And his adversary, fighting out of the red corner, presented in association with Marshall Kaufman's Kings Promotions. He's wearing the black, the 2020 Dominican Olympian, now unbeaten in 12 professional bouts, bringing 11 victories with 1 draw. He's earned 10 of his wins by way of knockout. Now ranked number 9 by the WBA, he is the highly regarded prospect hailing from La Romana, Dominican Republic, introducing Euri La Bazuca Cedeño.
The Bazuca.
Euri Cedeño says, look, I've studied Mina. I know he's a slippery fighter who doesn't have any power. We've trained to go forward, cut off the ring, hunt him down. He says, look, man, I faced Arlen Lopez, the Cuban amateur, who was the #1 fighter in my weight class, and he always showed the same style. Guess what? Abel Mina also has a...
Trying to test that chin.
Mina trained at 4,000 meters of altitude out there in Ecuador, so he should have a good gas tank. The question is, will Cedeño, who has 10 knockouts and 11 wins, allow him to get deep into this fight?
Yeah, Mina right now is doing the right job. I mean, he's taking his time. He's keeping his defense tight. He's getting hit with shots, though, anytime he disengages. But he's staying composed. He's absorbing the firepower right now. I think he's just trying to plant his seeds right now. You know, he's taking a look, trying to get a feel for the power of Cedeño. Good defense right there from Cedeño. Again, understanding his distance and his range. Avoiding those shots coming back from Mina.
Straight left from Mina. I mean, from Cedeño. Now warning from referee Eric Irizarry saying, keep your punches up and watch out with that front foot. Look at Mina, veteran. He's like, I'm going to step on that foot, see what you do.
Yeah, Mina can step on it. It's all good. I mean, look, the southpaw, trust me, they're used to that. Whereas a lot of the times the orthodox fighter's not used to facing the southpaw. Good combinations right there along the ropes, just getting busy.
Nice combination from Mina now.
Yeah, Mina's coming back with his own combinations also. I mean, you got Cedeño saying, oh, go ahead and hit me. I'm going to stand right here.
10 segundos. 10 segundos.
Round 1 in the books here in Norfolk, Virginia for Cedeño and Mina. We'll listen in to Euri's trainer. They call him El Sensei.
¿Cómo te sientes? Oye, ok, respira.
I feel good.
Oye,
take a deep breath.
escúchame bien, sigue trabajando con tu mano de frente.
Keep working with your lead,
okay?
lead hand.
Mano de frente y vamos a castigarlo abajo un poquito
I need
más.
you to dig to the body and punish him downstairs.
Fíntamelo un poquito, en vez de entrar un poquito como
I need you to feint, just don't come straight forward.
Okay? Y la mano arriba, mano abajo.
Hands
Okay?
up
Llave
and,
arriba
up
y
and
abajo,
down,
okay?
jab up,
Está
up
bien.
and downstairs.
Está bien, muy bien. Ahí. Encima cocote. Yo pensaba que te iba a correr mucho. Está corriendo.
We thought he was going to run, but look, he's standing in front of you.
Sigue presionando con la mano de frente y aquí, vamos a buscarle abajo, ¿ok? Vamos.
And he's standing in between rounds. Euri Cedeño proving that he's got good conditioning as well.
Que estamos bien. Todo tranquilito. Ahí. Poco a poco, vamos.
The voice from the man with the blingy watch, well, that was his brother, professional, former Olympian himself, Henry Cedeño, 12-0, 12 knockouts as a pro. And Tim, they were telling us, Henry was saying, look, we have very similar lifestyles inside the ring, outside the ring. We focus on improving our mentality. And look, before my father passed away, and he used to be our trainer, he used to tell me, look, Euri got the power, I got the boxing intelligence. When I go to camp, I copy Euri's power. When he needs tactical intelligence, he copies my ring IQ.
They complement each other. That's beautiful.
No le puedo la cabeza para abajo.
No, even with the 400 amateur fight, sometimes you can get caught up, right? And having that amateur style, it's really hard to break those habits. You know, I've never watched Cedeño in the amateurs, but he definitely has a pro style. You know, he sits down on his shots. He picks and shoots his spots very wisely. You know, and you can see he's very knowledgeable inside the ring just by his movements alone and the way he's avoiding shots. Whereas Mina right now, I mean, he's just getting stormed right now. He's just trying to play defense. He's trying to defend. He need to let his hands go a little bit more because he's just allowing Cedeño just to walk through the front door, walk him down with that high guard, and land shots on him. Need to get some sort of respect from Cedeño. That's exactly what he needs to do. Let those combinations go.
That's the only way to get Cedeño off of you because, look, Cedeño's got experience sparring Jesus Ramos and Boots Ennis. So he's been in there with, you know, a guy with the ring out. Nice jab there from Mina. Snapping back the head of Euri Cedeño.
Yeah, he was able to land that shot because Cedeño switched from orthodox to southpaw and forgot his defense momentarily. You know, all that switching and stuff like that, man, you got to know what you're doing. Sometimes mix the mechanics up. And right there, he just left his head on the line. He was squared up and got hit with a nasty jab. Look at Mina's the slow. I think Mina's the slower of the two. I like the way he's putting his combination together, but he's dependent on timing. That was nice right there. Good combinations from him. Used his feet, picked up his feet, and then planted, and then do combinations right after.
Mina said he started boxing at 11. You know why he started boxing, Tim?
Why?
Because he wasn't as good at soccer as most of his friends. So he's like, I gotta find something new. First day at the gym, what do? Put him in against a guy who's been in there for a long time, get his butt kicked. But he said, I fell in love with it.
Man, I got my butt kicked the first time I got in the gym, too. First time I sparred, absolutely. My friend kicked my butt, Julio. Julio kicked my butt. I don't know what he's doing now, to be honest with you.
But he ain't a Hall of Famer.
But he never kicked my butt again after. Boy, he beat the dog, man. He beat the crap out of me, man.
Whoa, that's a slip there. Last time Abdullah Mason was fighting in Norfolk, Virginia, he faced his toughest challenge to date. Got knocked down twice in the first round, but he rose to get a great victory.
Norfolk has kind of embraced me. You know, I feel like it's based off my last performance and how I had the crowd going crazy. And I'm just excited to be back. You know, I can't wait to be in the ring, you know, showing out for the fans in Norfolk. It's kind of like a second home to me now, you know, and it's only my second time here. So that tells you a lot about, you know, the people of Norfolk, the fans of Norfolk, and I want to see Norfolk in the building heavy. So I'm excited for that. And I just hope that I see all of y'all there.
Thank you for having me, Norfolk!
And not only is he in Norfolk, he's headlining for the first time in his 19th professional fight, Tim.
He sold 8,000 tickets.
That's because 2,000 wanted their money back after Keyshawn went out.
So there you go, 8,000 tickets, man. That's not bad. Not being your hometown.
DB3 might not take kindly to that.
Nah, I'm just saying, man.
I know. Tonight, Abdullah Mason, Jeremiah Nakatila in our main event. It'll be Kelvin Davis in the co-main event against Nahir Albright, starting at 10 Eastern on ESPN. The bodywork of Cedeño looking pretty good here around.
Man, like I remember like watching like Rocky Marciano, right? Big puncher, you know. And guys will put that shield up like that, and he will punch them on the arms, punch them on the shoulders. I mean, that's what you're seeing right now for Cedeño. He's punching Mina on the arms, on the shoulders. He's trying to wear him out. And if he can break a bone, he's trying to break something the way he shoot no shots.
Stop. Come on, don't pull that cara, okay? Boss!
Effective, quick counter-punching from Mina, but the power shots and the damage is being done by Cedeño. Talk about wearing a guy down. That's exactly what Cedeño's trying to do.
He's walking him down. Cedeño's just walking him down. Just being very arrogant and disrespectful right now to Mina.
That's a stiff jab.
See, Mina got to get off first. If he's not willing to commit first, he gonna keep taking his punishment. He got to get off because anytime he let his hands go, guess who stops punching?
Step back.
Cedeño.
Step back. Box.
Offense is the best defense is what you're saying?
Yes. Yes. Sometimes that's all it takes. Let your hands go. I mean, look, when you get beat on enough, either you're going to lay down or you're going to fight back. Choose your poison. I'd rather get beat on, but at the same time, I'm fighting back, right? If that's the case.
You want the other guy to say, man, I was in a fight today.
Yes. Yes.
There you see the flurry of punches by Cedeño, many of them catching the gloves and forearm of Mina, but
yeah,
they still hurt, Tim.
Oh, they hurt. You know what? And they bruise you up. And then all of a sudden, you being Mina, and you're trying to throw a left hook, and it doesn't feel comfortable. It feels off. You know, your muscles are bruised. It feels different. Your arms start to feel heavy and weary. You know, a lot of people don't like to beat on the arms. But that's a part of it. That's one of the things and one of the tools that Canelo Alvarez uses to disarm his opposition.
Remember, he'll hit the Callum Smith.
Man, he broke all his shoulder up, didn't he?
He tore his bicep with
labrum,
punches.
No? Or is it bicep?
Yeah, the bicep. Nice right hand there from Cedeño. That was the best punch of the night from the Dominican. And that's another right hand. Those hooks finding a home in round number 3.
Cedeño does not respect the power of Mina at all. The power, he doesn't respect it. He's walking straight to him.
Referee Eric Irizarry. Veteran moves in Abel Mina's corner. They're taking their time, wetting the canvas so that they have to, go in there and dry it.
Yeah.
That's where the corner wants him to go. Not looping shots, but straight shots like that.
Nice. Half a step back right there from Mina. But see, look, Mina.
Not called a knockdown there. Slip, but that one might be a right hook. And Cedeño's now landing the shots that he was missing earlier, Tim, and that's a low blow.
You okay? You okay? No, he was low.
Cedeño is breaking down each round, Mina, more and more each round, and he doesn't respect them, and he's just walking straight to him. I'm again so disrespectful, walking straight to him, not worried about anything with the high guard. When you see that right there, you know the end is near, man.
I mean, you're just
like seriously,
asking
you just wait.
for it.
Yeah, exactly. See, Mina, he needs space to be able to work, and he don't have the output. I understand you train in the mountains and stuff, but your punch output is terrible. It's low, all-time low. You need to get on that punch output because if you don't, you only get stopped. He gonna end up getting stopped.
He's on the stanky leg again with that left hook. There he is. He's setting himself up, just going back against the ropes. Oh, and there's a third one, back to back to back.
Nasty. And look, very little head movement coming from Mina too. No head movement. Nice exit right there.
Yeah, but his legs seem wobbly, Tim.
Look, he's taking some big shots. Whether they on the gloves or not, man, those shots are heavy.
That right hook to the temple from Cedeño. Because Mina letting the referee know, hey, I'm here.
All right.
And you see that quick combination.
There we go. But again, it's all at distance. Nothing in the inside. He doesn't have a really good, he don't have a good inside game. That's the problem. That's why it's important to be well-rounded as a fighter, to understand a little bit of every single department. You got to be able to fight well on the inside, especially at this level. And Cedeño knows that because, again, experience, and he's just putting the pressure on him. Taking his advantages away, which is outside. Okay. Good shots. Good combination. Look, either Mina got a chin on him or Cedeño ain't thumping like that. Because he's hit him with some big shots, man, and he's still here.
Well, his 3 losses, only 1 has been by stoppage, and that was in Germany against Milan Prat. He says, nah, don't worry about it.
Nah, I'm all right.
This was a great round for you. Now we're thumping. He's getting tired, and you're warming up.
ciego ese mismo ritmo. Fintámelo un
Use that
poquito,
same
porque está como que
pace
entrando
and feint
sin
him a little bit
fintear.
more. Tim,
Aquí
that
como que se
left
toma
hook
en la finta,
was on
¿ok?
point here in round
Entonces me la vamos a hacer
number
un
4.
poco, atácamelo
Yeah,
como está haciendo
absolutely. I mean,
el gancho del lado,
Cedeño
pero también aquí, porque hay que sacarle
is
lo de
commanding
abajo
the
también,
space,
¿ok?
you know, and I always say, if I want good food, I got to go into dangerous places to get that good food, man. And Cedeño is willing to go into wherever he needs to go to be able to get that good food, which right you see right there with those punches that he's landing along those ropes. Look, if Mina don't punch back, man, seriously, we got some more time. This fight is close to being stopped. You know, he's strong. He's taking it. However, if he continues to take this damage, man, this fight can end.
His corner is asking him, "You want me to stop this fight?" He says, "No, I want to keep going."
He ain't doing nothing.
But he's got a 8-year-old son named Tego after the reggaeton artist Tego Calderon. So he's like, I got pride. I'm going to come out here and show you guys what I can do. But he really has to show something here because Cedeño is looking for his 5th consecutive win by knockout.
Cedeño right now is all up in his hood, and he repping. he eating at all the good spots. You feel me? He in there working, walking them down with the high guard like that. Man, so I wish somebody would walk me down with a high guard like that. Come on, man. Never. When you see a guy walking you down like that with a high guard, man, you should just immediately go downstairs. Let him know.
We just saw what Scooter Davis was able to do when his opponent, Naeem Parker, was trying to use that high guard. Great liver shot, ended the fight in the 2nd round.
Yeah, I'm going downstairs. Go ahead and put that high guard up. I'm going to go downstairs. I know you don't like it downstairs. You might catch and shoot, but guess what? I'm going to have something in my back pocket for that catch and shoot, depending on which side I want to go downstairs hard with. See, that's the type of thinking you got to do, you being a fighter. You got to have that plan A. If that fails, you got to have a plan B in your back pocket.
Oh, that's
There
a
we
left
go.
hook that sends Mina with the backflip.
4, 5,
I wonder
7, 8.
if the feet got caught up.
Could very well be, but there was a big punch coming from Cedeño. Didn't catch him perfectly clean, but just the way he felt makes you think that it was a feet tangled up.
But the question is, with that punch, if the foot wasn't there, would that punch have put him down? That's the question.
That jab from Euri Cedeño. Let's see if Mina wakes up after that wake-up call from Mina.
Well, I personally think that the weapon of choice for Cedeño, if he's going to get this knockout, is not upstairs, it's downstairs. Downstairs, he has to go heavy downstairs. And what that's going to do is that's going to bring the guard down of Mina, and then he can catch him up top of something he don't see.
He's headhunting a little bit too much here, especially after dropping him here in the 5th round. He's got 4 consecutive knockouts, believes that he is that guy. That left uppercut, nice counter right from Mina.
Oh, look at the legs, weeble wobble. Oh, he's sleepwalking. He's sleepwalking.
The bell came at just the right time for Abel Mina because he landed his best shot, a counter right, but he had to take some heavy leather to get there.
Man, that's like your body.
I think they're saying that's it.
Yeah, it might be it. But that's your body, right? Go ahead.
There, the fight is over. They just stopped the fight. They just stopped the fight over in Abel Mina's corner, and they have called the fight. His trainer, Manuel Diaz, who has been with them for several years now, says, I've seen enough, and sometimes you've got to defend the fighter from himself and protect him.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see the replay. I want to see that sequence right there because I know he came around that guard. He caught him on the tempo. That's why his legs did like that. Legs are all over the place. He had him sleepwalking inside the ring.
You see Eric Irizarry, the 3rd man in the ring, calling off the fight there after the end of round number 5. So let's take a look at what prompted the stoppage. And it all was because of this knockdown that you believe may have been with the legs tangled.
Yeah, let me see what that positioning is. Yep. Wow. Yep.
Right.
He put it right behind him. Yeah. Look, that right there is considered not a knockdown from what I've been taught, because he positioned his foot on the outside right there. And if the foot wasn't there with that same shot right there, would it have put him on the canvas?
And this is the punch that did hurt him and sealed the end for Abel Mina.
I personally think that's not a knockdown. However, well, okay, he split the guard right there, comes around the guard again, squared up along the ropes, double-fisted attack right here. However, I wish I would have seen, you know, the initial before this actually happened right here, because I wanted to see his legs. What shot made those legs buckle like that, man? But look, those moments right there, it's like your body is saying no, but your mind is saying yes. Like, I got to stay in this fight. It's like your fight or flight system right there that you're battling against when you're, you know, combobulated like that, man, in those moments. Oh, no. You think I'm crazy. I'm telling you, man, you fight against that.
Absolutely. I believe you. It's just funny. The way you said it, you're using those big words. All right, Michael C. Williams with the official time of the stoppage.
Ladies and gentlemen, upon the conclusion round number 5, the blue corner waves off the contest. Therefore, your winner by TKO.